Hello again, I am Blunty, and one of two things is currently true. Either Nintendo have a secret device for controlling people's minds and they've aimed it directly at my cerebellum, or I'm a giant sucker. And I'll leave it up to you good people to figure out which is actually the case. So let's start this story of my spectacular gullibility by rolling the clock back to August 2008. And if you've been watching my videos for long enough, you may have seen a video around that time where I just basically ragged on Nintendo hardcore for bringing out yet another Pokemon game with no significant changes. It was Pokemon Platinum at the time, and it was following up Silver and all that sort of stuff. And I got to a saturation point where I was fed up with Nintendo feeding out the same Pokemon game over and over and over again. You know, they'd make a new generation and they'd improve things a little bit, maybe add a few extra monsters, and now it's a ridiculous number that nobody can ever remember. I can remember the original 151 pretty well. I mean, I've been playing these games since the original Game Boy games, and I've been playing through every generation right up until that point. And when they announced Platinum, I went, look, I'm tired of it. That's it. I'm saturated with it. You're not doing anything really new and exciting with the series. You're basically asking people to play through the same game over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm done with it. I never even finished Pokemon Diamond. I never even got past the 4th gym. I got bored of it. I got totally fatigued by Pokemon. I went, this is the same, there's nothing new, this is boring, it's dull, it's stupid, I give up on it, I'm done! Coming back to the future now, and cutting back to about 2 weeks ago, there I was, wandering innocently through one of my favourite consumer electronic retail stores, and I see, on the shelf, Pokemon SoulSilver and HartGold. And I remember thinking to myself, hey, look at that, those are the remakes of the other old games. They're still making remakes. I remember when that was announced, I remember not giving a crap at all, because I'm done with Pokemon. So there it is, staring me in the face on the retail shelf. Another Pokemon remake. So it was sitting there staring at me, and I started to talk myself into it. I started to go, you know what, it is another remake. But it is the remake of my favourite version of the game, and most Pokemon players will tell you that that particular generation of game, Silver and Gold, were the best versions of the game that have ever come out. And it was fantastic. It was a great adventure, and I loved that game very much, and I started to talk myself into buying it, and I started to feel more and more ridiculous about it, and before I knew it, I was standing at the counter with my FPOS card out, swiping it, punching in my PIN number, and BAM! Sucker! Damn it, you got me again, Nintendo! You bastards! And I was so mad at myself. I was wandering home with it. I was just sitting on the train staring at it. And I'm like, what have you done? You fool, you sucker, you gullible twat! But you know what? I've been playing it, and I'm about 25 hours or so into the game, and it's brilliant! It really is. I'm actually happy I bought this game. And I'm kind of angry at myself for being happy about playing a remake. But like I said before, it is a remake of the best version of the game. Most Pokemon fans will tell you Silver and Gold were the best version. And these are remakes of Silver and Gold. And I've been having a lot of fun. I'm not getting bored. I mean, I don't play it unless I know I've got at least a block of 4, 5, 6 or 7 or 8 hours just to play. Because I tend to play Pokemon in big chunks. I don't pick it up and put it down. I pick it up and I get sucked into it. And entire days disappear from me. I took yesterday off. And I did nothing but play Pokemon for about 8 hours straight. It was ridiculous. And I'm so angry. And as this hit the shelves, there has just been news that's coming out now of the next version of the Pokemon games, and I'm thinking, oh good God, it keeps going. Corocoro Magazine, which is a Japanese magazine which often get the first news of these new Pokemon games, you know, have their screenshots and all that sort of stuff, and they're the first ones to leak new information about the new Pokemons and the new generation and the movies and blah 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 blah. And so they've published stuff with some screenshots of the new games, Pokemon Black and White, which is interesting because there's already a Pokemon Black and White, but they pirated ROM hack games that were around like, oh geez, almost 10 years ago. And they were hacks of the original Game Boy games, and it was ridiculous. And these screens look different to the other games. It still looks like it's going to play the same. You're still going to be, you know, marching around. They're not messing with it too much, but they're not giving us the full 3D thing that, you know, I want basically Colosseum in full, Pokemon Colosseum in full RPG mode. That's what I want on my portable gaming device, but this isn't. This is sort of weird, somewhere halfway between. You look at the screenshots and they've got, you know, weird sort of isometric perspective things that's breaking away from that, and it's obviously 3D rendered backgrounds and stuff, so I'm, despite myself, I'm actually interested in Pokemon Black and White. I want to see what comes of it, and I'm just, I don't know what to do. I feel like a gullible fool. I feel like a twat. I feel like a hypocrite, basically. I'm Blunty. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Now I'm off to go kick the crap out of Misty, the leader of the Cerulean Gym. God save me.